Oh. There he is. Oh, Vince, thank God you're here.
Hello.
Thank God you're here, mate.
You alright, mate?
Fucking exhausted. I went and, like I say, did a bunch of work after the stream yesterday. Thought I could man mode it. And slept through a fucking alarm. So I woke up halfway through the big Tai Lu game. Just in bed watching my Chinese brothers get absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, it was rough, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a rough game, dude.
Their shit T-size continue.
Yep. It was always going to come back and bite him in the ass eventually.
Vendetta was playing absolutely shocking as well, mate. He's on like 34 ADR.
He's had a bad major, dude. Like, you know, it's a shame, but he really has. There's no avoiding it. You know me. You gotta discount the narrative. Stick to the facts, just the facts, man. But yeah, he's had a bad major. He's had a bit of a shocker so far. He's had one good game, so.
Yeah, just the one against them IBR, wasn't it? Other than that, he's been pretty lackluster.
Yeah. Still, it's not over for them. I always felt like Big was a tough stylistic matchup, just because, you know, Tai Lu thrive in chaos, right? And fucking Gob B's all about structure and everything happening together. So I think, you know, I thought that was going to maybe catch them a bit cold. I didn't have high hopes for them. And now we get the greatest game of all, Vince. Fnatic versus Winstrike. This is just going to be some awful Counter-Strike. Like, I'm already preempting that. I mean, that's not news, is it?
Plus the fact it's Inferno again for Fnatic after they got wrecked 16-4 from Complexity. Just,
I mean,
Jesus.
Yeah, what I'll say to that is at least it's not like a super high win rate for Winstrike. It is one of their weaker maps in that sense. But like all of their maps are much of a muchness. They've got like Nuke that they're terrible on, and then every other map is somewhere between like 50 and 58% win rate. So this is like a middle of the pack map for them. So it's not like a complete terrible fucking, you know, terrible veto. It's not classic exist. It's just diet exist.
Did you see Draken's tweet as well? If we don't beat Winstrike, I'll eat a boot.
You think people would learn from your mistakes, really?
But especially in this case, I said they wouldn't make it out the group stage.
Yeah.
Which is 3 separate matches at least. He's basing it all off one best of one after that shocking performance yesterday.
Yeah, I know. It's true, right?
He's been smoking some serious fucking wacky backy, hasn't he?
The thing is, as well, like, it's great if you've got confidence in yourself. There are 4 other fucking teammates that can really fuck up your day. Like, you're eating a shoe because Flusher goes fucking 0 for 15, are you? Brilliant. Yeah. Imagine if you had to eat Flusher's shoe. Bet it fucking stinks.
And what did he get yesterday? Was it 5 and 20 or some shit? Like proper
4 for 19, yeah. 4 for 19 he went.
Basing eating a shoe on that performance.
Yep. Yeah, fuck that noise, dude. As I said, I can admire confidence, but yeah, there's confidence and then there's just fucking stupidity. Like what I would have been saying after that was like, tough day at the office today. We slightly underestimated complexity. We will not make the same mistake about Winstrike. That's what the fans want to hear. That's essentially saying the same thing. And crucially, if you lose, you don't have to eat a motherfucking shoe. It seems to be like the big win. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, plus, like, in my case, I'm just a caster. On looking on, I don't really have any bearing on how they perform. This is in Draken's hands. If they fuck this up, he is directly going to get wrecked for this.
Yeah, that's also true, mate. Yeah, when you're just a lowly commentator. probably is a big Inferno fan. Honestly, fodder. And let me say, it's a bit early, so I haven't initiated my fucking tact, files yet. Let me say, I think it's good that you appear to be in a much better place mentally. You seem to be a lot happier. I bear you no ill will, even though there was a time period where you were a bit of a prick. But I'm going to put that down to things that were going on in your life. You're A-okay. You get no judgment from me. I'm glad you're feeling better, and I'm glad you're happier. So there you go. Thanks for the sub, Pomp Bo, Twitch Prime. So, nobody in the chat give him shit. He comes in peace. Let him enjoy the major like we're all here to do. Thanks for the sub, official P230. Oh, it was Vendetta up, was he, as well, Vince?
Yeah, he was hanging out with me on my stream, but he said he's going to get breakfast, but he would swing back.
All right, good. For a minute there, I thought he said he's going to go get Brexit. He's going to have a Brexit, and then...
He's just going to have a straight...
No ways having a Brexit. Thanks for the sub, Super Godnob. You will respect and grated shift. Thank you very much. That's all right, Fod, mate. We've all done shit we ain't proud of. And it's a maturing process. Bottom line is, you were essentially harmless. I mean, sure, the cheating thing sucks, but... You know, I don't think you were really fooling anybody except yourself. So it's good that you've come back to the light. Everyone's capable of it, man. So... Thank you for the sub as well, the Tanzo. Tell you what I'll do while we got this god-awful warm-up going on. Let's do a fucking sub check. I want to see how we're doing. See, Henry was like, you'll easily get 1,000 by the end of the major. I don't know. Never had 1,000 subs before, Vince.
What's the highest you've had? Is this it?
Oh, yeah, we're at the peak, man. Because like I say, I never streamed. It's always been about, like, I think 650 was my record. So... we're already into record territory, but 1,000 is a nice round number, you know. Henry's idea. So we're on 881 as is the start of the stream today. So that's like what, 119. Wish I played Minecraft, Vince. Be a multi-millionaire if I just played Minecraft.
Minecraft and Fortnite, mate. I swear to go.
And remember, kids, you can go into your mum's Amazon account, see if she has Prime, then make a Twitch account for her that corresponds to her Amazon account and give me the Twitch Prime. By the way, this isn't a violation of TOS for some reason, and I'm a great streamer. Love all you 12-year-olds, me. BRB, also, I'm off to play with a celebrity.
And make him.
Yeah, because he needs me to succeed. It's fucking outrageous, isn't it? Oh, shit, mate. What? Yo, guys. Now, I know you guys have already given a lot to the stream, but this Vince plays Fortnite at 350 sub shit is fucking hilarious.
Mate. Please.
That's got to happen. No. I'll fucking gift 70 subs. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to fuck your whole life up, mate. What are you talking about? That's fucking brilliant. I just can't wait to see your dead eyes like piss holes in the snow while you're fucking getting killed by some 10-year-old on a fucking flying fucking pumpkin or something, firing a rocket launcher into your head. It's going to be brilliant.
Right, come on, fnatic. Let's go. Are you in the game now, Rich?
Yeah, I'm in the game, yeah. 140 for me if you want to jump ahead. Or if you're behind.
I'm a few seconds ahead of you, so I'll slow it down.
That's alright, well. Crim's lurking in the smoke. People are asking if I'm dropping frames. I shouldn't be dropping frames. No. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did drop some frames. Why did I drop frames? Yeah, sorry about that. No idea why that happened. Shouldn't happen. I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, I think the frames being dropped is because of my internet connection, though. Doesn't matter how good the PC is when you're on Comcast. Oh. Right,
what is this round? What is this round, Winstrike?
Hang on.
They didn't even plant the bomb.
For the next few rounds, but hopefully it's going to die down. All the Twitch, I'm guessing it's the connection, because all the Twitch servers I've got that I'm spiking to are about 100, spiking up at about 100 ping. So I've still only had 2 tech issues on my stream. I just want to point that out.
Which equates to about a half of the map in the Faceit stream. So you're still good.
Yeah.
Still in credit.
Right. It's exist with the UMP. Yeah, it's got to get that kill. Yeah, they should be fine here. Right, gonna get another cup of coffee. Gonna keep these fucking bad boys coming. Thanks for the
Cool,
sub, Evo93. Appreciate it.
You're rich. Oh, does he obviously get coffee or something? Oh yeah, if whoever asked it, yeah, I hosted Rich. Get the No Majors Club stream as high as possible.
Oh.
Howdy. I think Ben's in the rat holding, so.
Okay, nice. Let's get him up. Nice, Vendetta. Yo, Van, how you doing, buddy?
Yo, I'm doing good.
Glad to hear it.
So, how are we feeling about the absolute worst game of the day happening?
Yeah, we're all super enthusiastic for fnatic Winstrike, mate. We're all pumped up.
On Inferno too. Who would have thought?
Just limitless energy.
Fucking hell.
It's another classic.
Like, even Fnatic can't fuck this up though.
Yeah, I think Winstrike is so bad. I think and like Inferno, as I was saying before you came on the stream, it's like not a great map for them. It's like 54% win rate over the last 3 months. So I mean,
they don't have great maps though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, their best win rate is something like 58. So
yeah. And that's all versus like Russian teams as well, which is even more depressing.
I mean, the good thing is, as I said, like they should really call that rule that Valve introduced about the 0 and 3. They really should call that rule the fucking the QB fire rule, you know, because it was clearly brought in to basically just be like, just get them out. Because in the old system, we would have had to sit through this again, you know.
They would have gotten to 3 majors that way. Like obviously the one they got top 8, then this one, and then they would have been stuck around for the next one as well, just being secured. They wouldn't have made it through the fucking CIS qualifier even. Yeah, this looks like different from Fnatic in that sense, at least. They're just running about, not giving a shit.
Yeah, all the VODs for these games will be up on the YouTube channel. I'm chopping them together game by game, so... Is the internet still fucking playing up, is it? Let's have a look. Yeah, we did drop. We still dropped a few frames here. It's really annoying. Apologies, I'm sure it'll fix itself in just a bit. It's Comcast for you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're stuck in.
I'm stuck in America now, so.
Well, yeah, but like stuck in Vegas. I guess Comcast is the only provider, or Cox maybe.
Yeah,
well
there's Cox, there's Comcast. But yeah, that's about that. Those are like my two choices, I think.
Yeah, because I know they have like super weird rules as to how, like, it's based on region what companies are allowed to offer their services in different places. Like,
yeah,
so weird.
All right. Blush has discovered fire. Got there in the end.
You're saying he looks like a caveman?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're getting at?
Absolutely. But to be fair, he looks like the smartest caveman in his tribe. So.
That is something. How many rounds do we think Winstrike are getting? You're going more than 5?
No, I think this will probably mirror the complexity Fnatic score. I think it'll be like 16-4 to Fnatic or something.
Yeah. I think Winstrike are going to have to either luck their way through like a ZZ round or win pistol to get any sort of significant rounds on the board. And when I say significant, I mean, you know, anything approaching the 5 mark.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really not really feeling Winstrike. I had them in Cloud9. This is my 0 and 3 picks.
Yeah, I lost all faith in Cloud9 yesterday.
Yeah, that was
the little shred of hope I had was gone. I guess this is the ZZ round they look into.
Let's have a look. No utility. Oh, they have go 1. Alright, fair enough. There it is. So that's the last smoke deployed. That's about to win the round. Yeah. Well, classic timing.
Kronos missed it by like an inch. Just bottom out. That's pretty terrible though. Like you go up against, what was it, 3 ZZs, clean clock, and that was pretty much it. And you managed to get 1 kill.
Just Fnatic thing.
Yeah.
Thanks
yeah, no,
for the sub, my herpes. Sorry, Ben. Just shouting out the sub. What is it? Because he was called my herpes.
My herpes.
Yeah, he is. He's called my herpes. Yeah, great name. I have lots of people named after STDs come and watch my stream for some reason.
Oh yeah, no. By the way, Richard, I'm not sure if you and Vince talked about this already. Could you see Draken's tweet?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we said like it's just such a stupid thing to fucking put out there, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, we saw what happened to Vince.
Yep. Also, just gonna add, Vince, like there's a great way you can win the game. Like many years later, if you're ever diagnosed with a terminal illness or anything like that, just on your deathbed, you may as well just eat the shoe. Make a video of it.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Monetize that bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave some for your
cover the casket, you know. Right, I know no one in esports remembers me. My name's Vince.
I bet on QB Fire.
Yeah, a long time ago I said QB Fire we're gonna lose, and they won. So now I have to eat this shoe. I've been told I'm dying tomorrow anyway, so fuck it. Don't call me a racist just because I'm eating a Nike. I always like Colin Kaepernick, mate. Dead now, of course. Thing is, as well, right? Like a shoe's bad for you, right? Like obviously, because it's like just cured leather and chemicals and stuff. Oh, that's classic Draken. Holy fucking Jesus!
No.
Holy Jesus. But you may as well like really up the stakes, right? And fucking eat a poo. Because a poo is better for you than a shoe, right?
That is true.
They've said you can eat a little bit of poo and not get ill, especially if it's your own poo. And like no one will ever mess with you again if you eat a poo. They'll be like, fucking hell, that man necked a turd. He's out of his mind. No one will ever fuck with you again. You'll be the biggest gangster in the fucking playground, you know.
You don't want to see him when he's mad. He fucking eats shit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, JW, please.
It's just so awkward fnatic, isn't it? It's just
Might as well just throw in a Tide Pod there just for the YouTube content.
This is the other thing as well. If I was an AWPer who had like loads of fucking problems, with like consistently hitting my shots, I wouldn't mind fuck myself by throwing out a little bet about how we're definitely gonna win, and then just spend the entire game like just whiffing. Oh God, there's a shoe. This is ridiculous.
Reminds me of that gif from Airplane, you know, when he's that pilot's wiping away all the sweat from his face.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to quickly alt-tab, guys. Going to keep one eye on my dropped frames. I'm monitoring it. Seems to be stable at the moment. Touch wood. No, it's laggy because I alt-tabbed, guys. It's not skipping frames. I alt-tabbed. I just told you that.
Who's casting these games? Is it Anders and Moses?
Yeah.
Alright, fair
I
enough.
think they're doing the first two. I don't know how the setup is. Because it's 8 best of ones, right?
Yeah, split between 3 caster pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say that yesterday Henry and Matt only did 2. So are Bardolph and Dan doing 3 and Anderson Jason doing 3?
Couldn't tell you, mate, but they've got the shit games, that's for sure.
I think it's being done with a day early at least.
But what's the next one?
That's a good one. That's no, I say good one. It's Astralis Complexity, isn't it?
Oh, Astralis Vega Squadron.
Oh, Vega. Yeah, that's who they're playing.
Yeah.
That should be,
Complexity.
could be
Yeah, that'll be an entertaining game.
Yeah. Astralis is gonna win, but you know it's gonna be fun to see what Vega can do.
All right, well, if Fnatic lose this round, I'm going to start worrying. Because this will be Rip Pick'ems.
I'm curious, like, if how likely do you think it is that nobody actually gets the gold thing, gold pick'em? Surely, like, a majority of people have gotten fucked over already.
Well, the first stage is only worth 1 point per correct decision, and now it's 3.
Well, I mean,
So
Big already fucked with people entirely too, right?
Yeah. But then you get like 12 points per correct decision in the playoff. So if you get all the playoff ones right, you make mad points from that.
Didn't do the Pick'ems this time around.
Never done them.
Refused to support a scene that has done nothing for me.
I'm just a greedy bastard. So I don't see the point of stickers. Plus, it actually requires me to like do stuff every day and like, put stickers in slots and shit. Not about that life. Why did you do that, Draken? Oh wait, Jim just saved fnatic by being a dumbass.
Oh, as if exists bailed them out.
Counter-terrorists win.
What time are you guys on?
19, 18, 17, 16.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit ahead actually.
Yeah, well, you're watching
More
probably
stream.
50 different streams, aren't you? So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Classic Vendetta antics.
It's like when you're too lazy to just open Counter-Strike.
Did it F again? Frames. When it's dropping frames, is the audio still coming through? Or is it actually the net tweaking out entirely? Because if you're just losing frames, I can restart the stream on a lower quality. So the sound sticks around. Alright, okay. Alright, I'm gonna quickly restart the stream because this game's dog shit anyway. And I'll put it on a lower quality, a lower bit rate. So it won't look as good, but you shouldn't get any lag. So, alright, BRB. That fixes it. I've also moved onto a server in Canada. I don't know if actually, I don't know if it's something to do with Twitch, honestly. Because all the servers that it offered me, there were none on my coast, so I don't know if they're having problems.
Counter-terrorists win.
Alright, fnatic at 6-3. Glad you enjoyed it, Stifflix. I'm sorry about the quality today. It's out of my hands. It's definitely not my computer. It could be my internet connection, but I'm looking at the servers it's letting me connect to now, and it's like I can connect to a server in Mexico, or I can connect to a server in Canada. There's none of the ones on the West Coast are showing for me, so that's interesting.
I would say as well that on Discord, which is not lagging at all, he sounds crystal clear, so I would suggest it's not his internet.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
true.
we'd be hearing him lag out and stuff.
Yeah. It might just be a Twitch thing. Who knows? Thanks for the cheers there, Jehu1. MSL just tweeted at Rich to complain about the stream quality. Lol. I did have the bit rate up pretty high. Like I normally have it at like 6,000 or 5,500. I've dropped it down to like 3,800 now. Bit rate. Because I stream in 60 FPS. Which I probably don't need to do for CSGO, but whatever. Yeah, Red Eye's in South Africa at the moment. Another reason why we couldn't get him on the stream, but when he gets back, we'll definitely reach out to him. Oh, exist. Oh, God. Sorry, 1 clip per kill seems reasonable.
It's not impressive what fnatic are doing right now, but at least they're running arounds.
Oh, where's the cover there? Jesus. Just get in the bin, Winstrike. Just get right in the bin.
Yeah.
They're massively fucked on money, aren't they, as well? Because the 2 rounds before that, they lost on time. Yeah. The fucking part is that
yeah, go on.
that previous round, if they would have like just gotten the bomb plant down, because they lost that round being up 3-1, right?
Yeah.
And that would have sent Fnatic on a complete reset. Like Fnatic could have potentially been massively fucked at this point.
I mean, like, they're forced up here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I suppose they've kept the 2k they need, so they get a bye next round. But
Could have been so much better though.
Yeah, exactly right. Could have been a lot more effective. I would have just took the round on the chin.
Oh shit.
Draken has missed some fucking sitters as well, dude. Like,
I thought it was kind of funny, like, because JW has been a very up and down player, you know, his entire career.
yeah.
With the op as well. So then they bring in Draken, who's been very up and down with the op his entire career. Like, what kind of space are you trying to fill here in the team?
The
It's not
difference
like
is
two inconsistent oppers make one consistent entity or something.
yeah, at least I can remember a fucking period where JW was absolute fucking balling out of control and just styling on bitches, right? Draken's never Draken's never hit that skill ceiling yet. So it's like you know the point is you don't even know if he's ever going to get there. You don't even know if Draken is ever going to be a world class AWPer. Like the fucked up thing is, the fucked up thing is he's got the drive to. Oh god, take that fight, will you? He's got the drive and the energy, like he really wants it, you know. That was like one of the reasons why, well, Winstrike just winning a force by a cause. That was one of the reasons why like NIP sort of didn't want to play with him anymore because he was just too aggro and too intense all the time, and in the same way that Makalela was like that, they just didn't want to play around that, you know. So they were just like Draken rages all the time when we lose silly rounds, when we make mistakes. He gets down on himself, rages at himself if he misses shots, you know, banging a table. And it's like he really wants it, man, but it's like fucking hell.
Needs to be a bit measured, right?
Yeah.
Or in a different team, obviously, because I think some people don't mind as much. I think fnatic, for instance, probably don't mind too much if he's like slams the table and whatnot. But we know that that's been a bit of a thing with NIP. At least Get Right doesn't really enjoy that. I would imagine Force kind of grows tired of it as well.
They had two CZs that round, right? I'm not tripping. Did they have two Cs and a UMP at the start? But...
And the previous one, I think they had one ZZ and a UMP.
Oh, right, okay.
Or no, I think it was one CZ that picked up a UMP or something to that. Right. Like, it was really rough.
Okay, yeah. There was in the chat saying it was actually mostly a Glock with no armor by it.
Yeah, no, it was a really like minuscule. Like it should have been just a wipe from Fnatic's side, but they somehow.
So basically, the turning points for Winstrike have been they've won a fucking CZ buy round and a fucking Glock no armor round. Like, yeah.
Well, actually, wait, they had a deagle, didn't they? Because got a double kill. Yeah.
It's like it just doesn't bode well for Fnatic, you know. If these are the rounds you're giving up against this level of opposition. What do you think's going to happen if you play like a fucking Astralis and you know, and you have to deal with their fucking eco rounds or, you know?
Oh yeah, no, you're just utterly screwed.
I was just thinking exactly the same thing actually. It's like if Draken's whiffing against Waterfalls and Winstrike, then how's he going to bode when he's against like Simple or Device or someone like that?
Well, yeah, the difference is you whiff against Winstrike, maybe you don't get punished and you get a second bite of the cherry. You whiff against Device, he fucking blows your head off, you know?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you just mentioned, like, how are they going to deal with, you know, a team like Astralis' ecos? I don't think Astralis are going to have to eco a whole lot.
Yeah, that's
Fnatic.
Yeah, that's very fucking true. And now fucking Winstrike are going to win another round.
And again, they should have had won at least two more, right?
Yeah.
Should have been like a half that goes in the favor of Winstrike instead of them just kind of scraping into what? 6 or 7 rounds.
Yeah, this is like, I don't know what happened, man, because like there was a period, like I say, just before DreamHack Stockholm, you saw some flashes from Fnatic. I had them tipped as like a dark horse at DreamHack Stockholm. They did terrible, right? And then it was like ahead of the major. I thought, right, well, that's DreamHack Stockholm is the kick up the arse you need, right? Like to get your shit, you know what I mean? To get your fucking shit together, like. You've on home soil, no travel involved. You know,
no excuses.
Yeah, just no excuses. And yeah, they played absolutely terrible. And like seriously, I'm hoping actually the one good thing that'll come out of this, you know, Fnatic playing absolutely terrible run, is going to be. I hope people reframe this whole exist as a leader narrative fantasy. There are still a lot of NIP fans that stand by that. Like exist gets a hard time as an IGL. And you know, I just don't feel that way. I think I think if anything, he's been massively overrated, and he was allowed to be IGL of a very good team for a long period of time, where any other IGL would have been ousted. And like I say, if you're asking me, do I think Exist is a better in-game leader than Golden? Absolutely not. Golden has infinitely more tactical understanding and nuance compared to Exist. It was such
too many people are blinded by the fact that Exist was named the in-game leader, right, of NIP when they went 87-0 and whatnot. Even though Fifth did some of the calling it that well, but this is like the legacy it holds. Even though I could have been in-game leader for NIP and went 87-0 at that point with how lackluster the competition was for NIP. They had the 3 best players in the world in one team in Freiburg, Forrest, and Getright.
Yeah.
And then you had Exist, who was probably like a top 5 player at that point as well, or something, like not far off. So like how do you lose a whole lot with that? that would have been the real achievement, actually, if you managed to start losing a whole lot of tournaments.
But just remember, boys, Golden was the problem.
I honestly thought he got such a raw deal from Fnatic. Like, I know they all
100%.
said, like, they're all like, oh, we're all still mates. Like, I'm like, fucking hell. If Golden's your friend, he is obviously like Jesus or something, isn't he? Like, I've never seen anyone turn the other cheek so much. Haha, you're entry fragger now, Golden. Like, fucking get me out. Like, haha, go first, Golden. We're right behind you. You know what I mean? Like, just make him look dog shit so you've got the fucking excuse to kick him.
And the best part, like, how badly telegraphed it was as well. Like, everybody saw it coming because of how they handled everything. It's just like, well, you guys are kind of just being dicks to him at this point.
Yep. That whole incident where he was, like, kicked in and out of the team before fucking the China tournament they went to.
Oh, the WHG thing? Yeah. Only reason he got to stay because they won that thing, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they? So that means they're probably
he was told. Yeah, he was told before it he was getting replaced. There was reports out there he was getting replaced. He goes. They go to the event, win it. Like, oh, yep, I stay.
Oh yeah, that one. I remember that one.
Fucking get me out, man.
Then Fnatic just pull the Brexit on him. Get him out right now. Bye. The good old Bialy Brexit.
Yep.
Alright, on esport earnings, can you like sort by this year?
Not too sure.
Because I want to see like what teams have made the most money this year. Because the yeah, they have made. Oh no, it doesn't say team total. Okay, so Astralis have made more money this year, but they're the only Counter-Strike teams that have won more money this season or this calendar year than Fnatic. Just let that sink in.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's WSG for you.
And what we'll do, guys, is when we get to the end of this game, I'll restart the stream and restart my internet. See if that fixes it. It might just be time for the old runny restart in the eyes of Comcast, but we'll definitely try and fix it. We're getting like, I don't know, it's like a little lag spike like every 5 minutes or so. So just try and ride it out. I appreciate you guys having patience. A VOD's been uploaded to YouTube. Yes, there are already 5, I believe, VODs up on YouTube. If you want to go and have a look. Unfortunately, it's one of those terrible things where it's like I'm putting the content on YouTube. It's not going on to Reddit or anything. I'm a frequent tweeter, so no one's seeing it. So they're only getting like 3,000, 5,000 views. And of course, because YouTube definitely don't unsubscribe people, they 100% do though. They every time I put one of the videos up, like even uploading it and not making it live, I lose like 10, 20 subs immediately. And then when it goes live, we like lose like another 30 or 40. So we've lost like, I don't know, like a net 300 subs since the major started because of the VODs. So but they're all up there. Congrats on the drop, fodder. obligatory don't get your account vac ban joke. Lol, 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 lol. It's all banter. It's all banter. But yeah, basically, you know, if you guys can do anything to support the finding of these VODs, please do. That's more of an important thing. 'Cause it's like, in total, it's going to be something insane, like 120 hours of content that no one's going to see. Like, well then.
Oh my god.
Well
This is
then.
happening. This is happening.
I mean, at least this time Flush is not dropping some serious drool bombs, but like no one else is really doing much.
What the fuck's a drool bomb? A drool bomb. That's good. I like that, mate. Drool bombs everywhere. Fucking hell. Alright, let's have a look and see if any of the other crew are here.
Alright, so
This is actually happening, isn't it, Ben? Like,
I was about to say, like,
Winstrike are actually going to win this.
I was banking on this going, you know, 16-4-ish, 16-5 to Fnatic. And then they just start to shit the bed even harder.
That's Flusher. That's Flusher. Get me out.
It's like, activate, activate.
Your chat needs help, mate. I'm going to drop a drool bomb in my Vince light.
Mate, the Vincels thing isn't going anywhere. I saw it after I was like watching the chat after I hosted you after the fucking stream yesterday, and it was just like, rise up, Vincels. I was like, fucking the rise of the Vincel army, mate.
I mean, Vince, you do realize that you do have to get an emote that is just like, well, wait, what is the tag for your Twitch channel? Is it like Vince, then like Vince Kappa, for instance?
No, I had to put like Vince H because apparently Vince has already taken. I don't know how that's possible. But...
Ah, fuck.
You
It
mean
would have been
there's-
such a.
you mean
like,
there's
you could have
another
had the L and
Vince?
R. Could have had an L and R remote, R emote, right?
Yeah.
Vince L.
Well, I was surprised because I assumed it just went off the basis of like what your Twitch account was called
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then the emote name afterwards. But apparently you can change the prefix, the prefix or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I got to put Vince H and then whatever.
You can still get a Vince L.
Oh, I could
Emote.
change it to Vince L, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, so there you go. Patrick Zero Zudel has gone back to studying. His last event was that V4 event.
Oh,
so,
the Budapest one.
yeah. So I think, the V4 Games Festival. So thanks for letting me know about that, dude.
But has he gone back to studying so he doesn't play anything at all?
Well, think about when
or-
V4 was, mate. That's a while ago now.
Yeah. So what?
I don't think there's any way back like to high level pro Counter-Strike. Once you start taking like a year out,
I think it depends on like if you're taking a year off and playing pro CS, so you don't have to do the travel, but you're like playing FPL or what have you
yeah.
pretty actively every day. I think you could be okay, especially because he's like 16 years old, 17.
I think he was 17 when he joined the Hellraisers team, so he might be like 18 or something. He's
Yeah,
still
because,
young,
like,
obviously.
Yeah, like he was one of the youngest ones, like him and Frozen from that region.
We didn't even talk about this. What did you make of XMS retiring?
I thought it was weird. I definitely figured he would have had another shot at, a team. I just think he got massively screwed over by having to play in a team with Happy.
He got massively screwed over by virtue of being French, because
Exactly.
once you have to sort of wade into that fucking murky world of French into Counter-Strike politics, if you don't fall down on a particular side,
Oh yeah, no, you're.
yeah, you're absolutely fucked. Like you'll end up playing shit tier Counter-Strike for the rest of your life. You know.
It's weird. Like XMS, I'm not sure how his English is,
Mm.
but I could have tried, doing the same ordeal that Amanek and David Duvek did, right? Going to NA to play there definitely would have been an opportunity for him. Because like you saw how good he could be, right? When he was
Yeah,
playing in
yeah,
LDLC
sure. He had
with,
flashes, right?
Yeah, but like in LDLC with Existence, when he was actually utilized properly, like that's when he played so well that enemies were like, "Oh yeah, XMS, he's gonna be our next pickup, right?"
Mm.
Because he doesn't get picked up just out of the blue. Like it's not random that they decided to land on him,
Yeah.
and then he just ends up in an envious team with absolutely no fucking clue as to what they're doing at any given point. So yeah, obviously that's gonna be like, I think the more inexperienced you are, the harder it is to deal with as well. Because it's not like XMS has had a ton of experience playing at pro level before he ended up in Envious. There
Yeah.
was like the Millennium thing, which would have gone to events like Assembly, Copenhagen Games, and that would have been your exposure to tournament life.
Mm.
Then you have a not too long stint in LDLC, and you're learning a absolute metric fuck ton of stuff from playing with Existence, and then you go over to Happy, where it's more like, well, you kind of run your own now, so work with what you got. But his foundation of what he knows, etc., isn't necessarily as strong as all the other players on that team because they've been around the block for so much longer. And he's what, 21?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's still young as well, you know.
So yeah, it's like
I'm just waiting for Amanek to join Astralis to make it
it's
complete.
happening.
Yeah. Can go with the rest of the necks.
Almanac is he's a thing. Apparently yeah, no, like I thought he was by far like the best player in Misfits at the time when he was playing with Sean and everything, but apparently he's not very easy to play with.
No, I did hear that. Do you remember when there was that scandal because he was fucking stream sniping?
Oh yeah. Does seem like a bit of an oddball. I never understood why stream sniping was a thing. Like, why the fuck would you ever stream snipe?
Need to ask Marky about that, mate.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Thing is, as well, like with Amanek, how he got found out he was doing it. Oh, it was Amanek and not Duvaduv. I can't even say his name. Duvadudek or whatever.
Pretty sure it was Almanac who did the stream sniping.
I might be wrong. Apologies if it's wrong. But it was one of the two ones that were in the Sean Gez Misfits team. And yeah, anyway, basically, like, they were fucking like when he pressed his like push to talk, you could hear the stream in the background because he was like playing with Mo or something. So Mo was like, "You fucking do," like, it's in the background, and he was like, "No, I'm not stream sniping. Like, is Mo at your fucking house?" You know what I mean?
We're best friends.
Yeah.
People don't know about that relationship.
Yeah, I can't even say fucking dudek, Jersey dudek.
Much more fun with Almanac.
Mm.
Especially with the idea of him joining Astralis.
Yeah, I'm a neck.
But
I'm a
who
chest.
has the shortest neck in Astralis? Who would be out?
Oh, it's Magisk. This,
yeah.
One of the theories is that if you go into the lore, that it was like basically all the other 4 players on Astralis got Magis's neck ratio. Because he's just a head on some shoulders, isn't he? That'd be a great sponsorship for him, Head and Shoulders.
Ooh.
Someone should reach
Yeah,
out.
they provide the neck.
Yeah.
Head and Shoulders does everything else for you.
Yeah. Astralis has the neck. We've got the head and shoulders. Be good.
There you go. It's marketing pitch done already. What's the technical difficulty now?
Well, apparently, if you're reading the in-game chat here, there's some engineering work going on behind the stage for Winstrike, and it's so loud they can't hear in-game noise. So
it's inside, because I know how the setup is. Like I took it on
the only other time I've ever seen an event have something like this happen was way back when. It was the first ever DreamHack, I want to say summer, I think it was DreamHack Summer. It was the first ever time they had Counter-Strike Source out there, and because 1.6.
Oh, that one event. Oh.
Yeah, do you remember?
It was first and last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the first and last
Fetish
time.
is still angry about that event.
Well, because what happened at that event, for those who don't know, because obviously 1.6 was the big draw, they compartmentalized Counter-Strike Source in another part of the stadium, and they were literally building stages around it. I talked to players from that time period, like Fetish, the Danes, and there was people under his desk while he was trying to play, like drilling through tables and walls. And they were like, guys, this is a fucking esports tournament. We can't be expected to play in these conditions. And they were like, we've got to build this stage for the next games that are going to be coming along. So
wasn't everything about that tournament just garbage? Like
for Counter-Strike
TFT
Source,
monitors.
definitely.
Yeah, they had TFT monitors and shit.
Yeah.
And everything was just a complete mess. Because Fetish kept raving on about how fucking terrible of an experience that was. I think Wants was pretty upset about it.
It was easily one of the worst Counter-Strike Source events of all time.
Yeah, which is
worst major Counter-Strike Source events of all time. Because obviously you've got like LAN 79s and stuff, right?
Well, the worst part is LAN 79 was a massive fucking LAN as well. It was just French.
I mean, like, first time I went to LAN 79, they invited me out there as press, and I was like, okay. And you have to fly into Poitiers Airport, right? Now, for those who don't know, Poitiers Airport, calling it an airport, they should be fucking fined under the Trade Description Act. Because it's got 2 hangars, it's got 2 runways, and the fucking actual terminal is as big as my house, if not fucking smaller, right? So I flew into Poitiers Airport, right, and fucking land, get into the airport, right, and I'm like having a wander around. No shops are open, can't even get a cup of coffee or whatever. And then it gets to 6 p.m. and this guy comes out and goes, oh, you must leave. And I'm like, oh, why? Am I in the wrong part of the airport? He goes, no, airport closed now. What? What do you mean the airport closes? How'd you close a fucking airport? And it was one little old man with a fucking white mustache and a monocle or something from like the 1920s who worked there all day. And he locked up the airport like it was a fucking corner shop. So I'm stood outside the fucking airport while he's pulling down these metal shutters. Anyway, like, not to worry, my the shuttle that comes to pick me up is going to arrive and get me and take me to the event because it's like a 3-hour fucking drive away. And I'm literally just stood on a ring road next to a closed airport, middle of nowhere, just, you know, breeze blocks, fucking shrubs growing out of them, like occasional car drives past, you know. And I'm waiting there 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. It's dark. It's like 9 p.m. I'm like, where the fuck is my ride? So I have to go. My mobile's not working abroad, right? So I'm like, fucking hell. I have to try and find a payphone. I like call somebody up. I'm like, what's going on here, mate? And anyway, they'd driven, picked everyone else up, and then just like left me, and because they forgot. So I'm just stranded at fucking. So they're like, oh, sorry about that. No problem. We send someone right now. So I gotta wait another 3 hours. I get picked up at fucking midnight. Nothing to do, like, you know what I mean? Just fucking stood there. Get picked up at midnight, then it's a 3 hour. Get to the venue at like fucking 3 a.m. All the day one games have finished, like. And they're like, oh, welcome, it is so great you're here. I'm like, it would have been great if you'd remembered to fucking pick me up, mate. So then they go, do not worry, you will like the hotel. I go to the fucking hotel. It's like some lovely French B&B, you know, the kind where like a little old lady runs it. She gets up in the morning. She makes fucking fresh pastries, right? Fucking croissants and jam and all that. Like, fucking sound. Anyway, problem is she has a hard check-in rule because she's a little old lady. So if you don't check in by 10 p.m., you don't get in. So I'm there at fucking 3 a.m. Hello, I'm your guest. Can't get in. Ringing the doorbell. No one. So I'm like I'm just literally sat on a bench with a laptop and up my clothes for the fucking weekend, and I have to wait until fucking 7 a.m. for this little granny to come down and let me in. So that was fucking LAN 79.
Oh Jesus!
And then
plans, man.
Yeah,
and then you had to experience the entire event itself. Which is
yeah, and then of course this is the LAN event where it's like, oh. No, there is absolutely no bias towards the French here at this French event. To suggest otherwise is outrageous, sir. So then,
don't mind the French casters.
Yeah, do not mind the French casters over here. Like they put the fucking French teams whenever they played a match, like on you know on the fucking stage or whatever. They put the fucking French teams right next to the French casters, casting in French, super loud, and they put whoever they were playing, the better teams, on the opposite side. It was
times.
Which they did at ESWC as well, to be fair. Like,
doesn't France have like this weird ass rule with like if you're gonna host any sort of like sporting event or you know sports event, what have you?
If you host a public sporting event or a public exhibition event, you must provide. Oh, get wrecked, Crims. You must provide French language
commentary.
Commentary for the audience.
That is, it's like, no wonder none of them can speak fucking English.
Yeah, listen, I get it, because historically, the English and the French, you know, it's... Yeah. Like, why would you want to speak the language of an old enemy? But, you know, I do think it's a shame.
Started to be a while ago.
Yeah, it is. It's old news now. You'd like to think that things like Dunkirk and... You know, like the fact that
things behind you.
Yeah, the fact you know we helped you out with those guys called the Nazis. Don't even remember those dudes. You like to think that would supersede like fucking the Napoleonic Wars a little bit, but I mean, like, listen, we are fundamentally different cultures. I love France. Not too fond of Paris, but I do love Parisians are assholes generally, but I do like France. And, you know, like, I do think it's quite limiting that they don't put a higher emphasis on, you know, learning English for the guys. Like, imagine if they did. Imagine if you'd gone back in time and, like, English was, like, considered a worthwhile pursuit in France. Imagine what the international Counter-Strike scene would look like. Imagine what world esports would look like. It'd be very different.
Absolutely. I'm just surprised, like, you know, like, all the stereotypes about French people is, like, from my experience, has been true. Like, like when I've been vacationing in France, not necessarily the French players. If you ask people, and
yeah, they're a proud people, and they want people to, you know, there's still a big belief in France that if you're a foreigner, if you're traveling there, you know, you should like make some effort to speak the language and stuff. It can backfire, you know. I've done that. Like, I mean, my French is appalling. I speak way better German. But I learned both at school, obviously. And, you know, I've tried to speak French when I've been abroad in France. And, like, I've had a French guy who speaks perfect English say to me, excuse me, sir, you are embarrassing yourself. Let me speak English to you. I'm like, all right, thanks, mate. Cheers. Glad I made the effort. Like, you just fucking wrecked me there, like, you know.
But I would rather have that, because my experience
true.
With it was that, you know, I start off thinking, again, because, yeah, as you said, they're, you know, proud bunch of people, right? So I start off leering off, you know, that 8th grade French that I know, being like, excuse me, I don't speak a lot of French, but can you tell me how to get to tons of sentences in hyper mode speed? And I'm just sitting there like a fucking question mark, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you say it in English? And they're like, no. Tons of sentences in hyper mode speed, and I'm just sitting there like a fucking question mark, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you say it in English? And they're like, no.
Yeah, you have to really, if you're gonna speak French, make sure you can speak French. Yeah, they will come at you fucking thick and fast.
But then they get offended when you don't actually understand them. It's like, dude, I'm not French. Like, should I just talk to you in Norwegian and get pissed off by the fact that you don't know my language? Like, come on. Try to show some goodwill, right?
I'd have thought that it'd have been all right with you Vikings, mate.
You would imagine, but apparently they're a bit pissy about the fact that we invaded Paris at one point.
Speaking of which, I've ordered like a metric fuck ton of books about Nordic and Scandinavian history, the Vikings, Norse mythology.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna read all of that. I Robert Olin, back when we used to speak, recommended a book called the Icelandic Sagas.
Oh yeah, by Sludder.
Yeah, by Sludder, yeah. And I've got that, right. I read that, and it's super cool. Like, it's a really good read. And so I ordered a bunch of books, like, you know, not just like the old texts. I got like apparently the Neil Gaiman modern interpretation of the Nordic myths is pretty good, so I ordered that. I got a book called The Greenlanders I'm looking forward to. Then there's just a history of Norway and Scandinavia, which is going to be cool. Then I've got this book called what is it called? Something like the Vikings. It's got the word dragon in the subtitle. I can't remember, but so I'm looking forward to reading all about that. And then I might use the information I find within to play a game of Crusader Kings 2, where I become a Viking dynasty.
But was it like Heimskringla, like the Norse king sagas that you read, or was it no? It was Icelandic sagas.
Yeah, it's just called the Icelandic sagas. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the one by Magnus Magnusson or something.
Oh, maybe.
I think.
It makes me always makes me chuckle because Magnus Magnusson was the guy who used to host a TV show called Mastermind over on the BBC. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I recognise his name from that.
Yeah, Magnus Magnusson.
But yeah, like Heimskringla by Snorre Sturlason is like one of the most, I guess, renowned books about Norse history, pretty much, that you can get your hands on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously my pronunciation's going to be fucking terrible, by the way. Because you have letters with symbols of, I don't know what's going on. Why is there a little circle above this A? Who gives a fuck? I'm just going to pronounce it like it's an A, me. Fuck it. Once you start putting stupid little symbols above letters I recognise, right? Like,
You're on your own.
Yeah,
right?
you're right. Yeah, you get fucked if you think I'm playing your games. Like, yeah, the French are guilty of that too. And a little fucking, what they call a le accent above an E. Nah, it's an E, mate.
Then you have the Germans with the, what is it called, the double S thing?
Oh, God. No, the umlaut's the two dots.
Double dot, yeah.
Yeah, the double S. I want to say it's a Schlussen or
something.
I can't remember what the fuck it's called. But like, see, people putting crazy letters in the chat now. Like, what are all these letters? What are all these letters? What are these O's and A's like? Grow up.
We got the A-O.
Grow up, guys.
Scharfes S, apparently, is the double S thingy.
Yeah, that's it.
Scharfes S.
Yeah, Scharfes.
That's a ridiculous letter.
Yeah. It's good, man. I like it. It's a ridiculous letter to draw, but actually, linguistically, it makes sense. It's pretty good, conceptually.
Yeah, no, I can get on board with that. I never learned to speak German, though. I just heard all the fucking nightmares about how horribly it was to actually deal with grammatically. Because of, like, how many fucking rules they have, and I was just like...
Mate, one of the funniest things, right, ever, is there's this, right, have you ever heard the album Bobby Digital by RZA?
Oh, no.
But it's a classic, man. It's one of the best hip-hop albums of all time, right?
Bobby Digital in stereo?
Yeah, there's two, because he did a sequel, and the sequel's awful. The sequel's like got a brown, like orangey cover, but the first one's done like a blaxploitation movie, just Bobby Digital. It's one of the best albums of all time, right? Anyway, there's this random bit because like the whole premise is Bobby Digital is like some international man of mystery, like a blaxploitation international man of mystery, and there's just this random track where like an enemy of his is talking in German. He's like, Bobby, wer bist du? Wer bist du, Bobby? Du hast meine Frau gefickt. It's fucking, it's hilarious. It's basically like, Bobby, where are you? You fucked my woman, you know? It's fucking so funny, like. But just random German on a hip hop album, you know?
I'd love to see it.
But yeah, Bobby Digital is one of the fucking best hip hop albums of all time. If people haven't
check
heard
it out.
It's got a song on it called Domestic Violence, and it's about him being in an abusive relationship with his woman, and it starts with her like fucking, you know, dropping like, you know, and you ain't shit, and your rings ain't shit, and your chains ain't shit, and it's just like she's just nagging him, right? And he goes like, what the fuck are your bitches talking about? Get the fuck out my house, before I'll grab you by your hair and slap dick to your mouth. Bob Digi, yeah, you know who is he? It's unreal, right? He drops his fucking straight fire verse like from nowhere. But the point of the song is, by reacting to it and becoming abusive at the end, he's going, because you ain't shit and your hair ain't shit. And it shows how, like, bad relationships are bad on both sides. It's fucking great. It's unreal. RZA fucking kills that song. It won a bunch of awards as one of the best, like, hip-hop songs of fucking all time. Like, it's fucking straight fire, dude.
I was listening to like a ton of Wu-Tang and so on, but I haven't listened to too much of RZA's own stuff. Like, at least not the earlier stuff, which I probably should get through. Pretty much like everyone from Wu-Tang made pretty solid solo stuff, from what I can recall.
Yeah, and unfortunately, yeah, like these days, all the rappers are just on fucking downers, aren't they? They're all popping Xanax and fucking that purple drank, barely string a sentence together. Hey,
I can't believe that there's actually a rapper called Lil Xan. Lil Xanax. Like,
at least he's fucking. At least he's transparent, right? At least he ain't hiding
True.
it.
Well, fair is fair, but Jesus. Yeah. Not a whole lot of Raekwons and Method Mans around.
Shit, man, like fucking Wu-Tang's just an outrageous collective, man. Like,
oh yeah,
Wu-Tang was just
RZA,
fucking RZA, Jizza, ODB, Method Man, like
Ghostface Killer.
Yeah,
he's
Ghostface Killer dropped a sick album. Raekwon the Chef.
Yeah.
Like,
what's the Ghostface Killer? Is it Fish Scales or something like that?
Yeah, he did Fish Scales.
Yeah. It's a dope album. Then, like, yeah, even the ones who didn't like have that much success, like solo wise, are pretty fucking dope as well. Like Capadonna and those guys.
Like, I mean, it's a shame ODB's dead. I'm not saying he was a great rapper or whatever, but let's be real, he was unique, right?
Oh fuck yeah!
Like,
didn't he actually die of purple drank or something?
I'm pretty sure he died of something, didn't he? Like, let's be real, he died of something. There was a condition out there with his name all over it, mate. I think he just died of being ODB. But he
definitely OD'd.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah,
official cause of death:
drug overdose, lethal mixture of cocaine and the prescription drug tramadol.
Grow up, mate. It's so outrageous, isn't it? You've got millions in the bank. Why are you still rolling like that? It's so fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, he was fucking. I mean, like, he was unique as fuck. Like,
hell yeah.
I love that song. Where he just does that verse and like none of it rhymes. He's like, your ex, your mama, she don't know. Your ex, your papa, and he's out of breath. He doesn't know what he's gonna say next. Like, yeah, we'll leave that in. We'll leave that in, mate. That's going on the album. He's so ridiculous, mate.
It's authentic, you know. That's
people are telling me to check Face It Twitter. Do I want to do this?
What have they done now?
Oh, wow, Shaney sent me a fucking picture of... Shaney, another good UK Counter-Strike player that sort of slipped through the cracks. Shaney was going to be like one of the next big things after Weber. He sent me a picture of Poitiers Airport. I'm going to fucking show you all that in a second. But let's just have a look at the Face It's official Twitter.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Face It unfollowed me as well. Sad times.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh, we are proud to announce that Sky Sports will be broadcasting the Face It Major Finals, as well as an exclusive road to the major documentary. Click here for information about the partnership. So, I mean, you know, all right, it's good. Sky Sports showed CGS though, so.
But what's the Sky Sports partnership going to do? Is it's like Sky Sports are literally just going to copy paste the broadcast that Face It are doing, or are they doing something
I would hope not, and I'm pretty sure they must, like, it must be like when you get an NFL match on Channel 4 and you like just cut, you know, they cut away and we have our own dudes, like two guys who don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
look at that guy throw the football, man. Yeah,
because that's the thing, right? Like, who's going to be the panel or whatever the fuck for Sky Sports?
Right, so here's Poitiers Airport, guys. All right, let's just fucking bring this up. This is fucking insane how bad it is. Like I say, calling this an airport is an outrage. This is like the airport the fucking Wright brothers used to use. That is an actual airport, my friends. That's where I had to fly to go to this ghetto-ass fucking LAN event. It is so ridiculous. Like, look at that.
That's like someone's backyard airport right there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like me and Vince crowdfunded an airport.
It's like Richard Branson decided to not, like, he couldn't be bothered going to Heathrow, so he's like, I'll just build my own airport.
The thing is that it's not that much smaller than Newcastle Airport. That's a depressing thing. Fucking shithole.
Yeah.
Have to connect everywhere.
You can't trust Geordies to run a fucking airport. Oh, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, grow up. Right, so shall we read this official statement? Let's have a look. Georgie Faulkner, Sky Sports head of multisport, said, face it major, not the face it major, face it major, so clearly he's well informed immediately. He thinks Face It Major is a brand. He doesn't think it's an event that Face It are putting on. Good start. Face It Major is one of the world's biggest esports events, and we're delighted to be able to bring the London finals to a whole new audience. We're no stranger to the world of esports, that's true, CGS. But this is the first time we have broadcast competitive CSGO, and we can't wait to get started. With a sold-out SEE Wembley Arena and some of the biggest names in the game, we're sure our viewers will love it. Cool.
I still have no fucking clue as to what. Yeah, like no clue as to how they're gonna do the actual show though.
Yeah.
Can you imagine they've invited like Richard Gibbs as a host?
Bit like a fridge.
She's still trying to become like the world's strongest man or something below 5 feet.
Yeah, maybe. He's still doing it. Gonna get in that fucking midget circus or whatever. Right, let's gonna quickly get a cup of coffee, and just to show everybody how straight fire it is, I'm gonna fucking play Bobby Digital while I'm away, so people can hear this fucking unbelievable song. Right. In fact, I'm saying that I must be able to find it somewhere. People can't have forgotten about Bobby Digital.
Probably on Spotify or something, right?
Yeah, let's have a look.